Hello guys, welcome back to the Liminal building series. It's me, Wing, and today is episode 3 of this sub-series. And we're going to be taking a look at what I managed to finish up here and kind of go through the process and the creative thinking behind all this and the reasoning, and we'll dive into more Vaporwave. So yeah, let's take a look. So right now we're looking at a corner fountain. Yeah, I just put a corner fountain here. Uh, just because I'll explain why in a few minutes. But yeah, corner fountain. For this wall here, I decided to put some stuff behind glass, kind of akin to like how a mall is. When you're walking down the mall and you look at through the stores and you see the stuff they're selling. Yeah, like kind of like window shopping, right? This is the feel I wanted to go with. So like here is a bell. But it's I wanted like window shopping vibes, but also kind of play back to the whole liminal aspect, right? So it's advertising something, but it's a bit glitched out or unnatural because why is the bell all the way back there, right? It kind of stretched out. So this is how it's supposed to be normally, like, clothes behind glass. That's how it's supposed to look like, but this is unnatural. This too is unnatural because it's advertising a bed, but the bed is, it was behind an open door and it's floating in the dark black black region of space or something. Uh-huh, yeah. I also put some plants here. Uh-huh. And um, this thing is actually an entrance or an exit. The good old secret painting entrance way. Uh-huh. I wanted it to be similar to these panels here, these display panels. So that's how I set it up, but it's open and it's just a painting with the quartz columns, just to emphasize that it's different. So you go through, and at least you know it's different, and you know it's an entrance or exit. You can go through there, back and forth, just to set it apart from the rest of these panels. And speaking of entrances, so I decided to stick with this as another entrance. So we got two entrances, two exits. Wham. So I don't know if you recall from episode 1, but this is how I want it to look like. You're in a dark hallway, and you're just walking down. You see bright light peeking at the corner, and when you get there, bam, this bright mess. Bright saturated colors, a pool in the middle. What? Stairs going where? What is that pipe? What's going on here? Uh-huh. This is the whole feel I wanted to get when people see this. This is the whole thing. Oh, speaking of, I have that water tunnel set up. Ah, yeah, yeah. So give it more unnatural, weird vibe, right? This tunnel here. Like, it's a pool, but then why is there a tunnel and why does it look menacing? This is the whole feel I hope you guys are getting when looking through this tunnel. And this is going to, again, lead up to some weird liminal pool rooms thing build that I haven't built up yet. So yeah, it's just a hallway. I put some plants with some lighting here just to give it a bit more bit more lighting. But I feel like I'm going to use a darker light source just because I feel like it's too bright. I want it to be a bit darker just to make it more menacing looking, more unknown, more scary. Yeah. I also put these here. It's my favorite exposed copper trapdoor with some concrete that's lined up by this glow lichen just to give it a bit more lighting. And I love that cyan reflection from the diamond. It's just a nice reflection, and I think that's being emitted by all the lighting sources here, which is great. I think I heard beeping there. Anyway, so the additions here to this build. um, is kind of a play in the vapor world vapor. I guess it is vapor world, but vaporwave genre. So to better explain the whole ambiance behind this, I recommend you guys checking out the YouTuber Dan Bell and his Dead Mall series. I've posted a link on the description as well as the descriptions of the previous videos too, just so that you guys can get a better vibe or better understanding of what I'm trying to accomplish with this build. And his Dead Mall series really shows a good side of what Vaporwave is based on, and that's the death of advertising America. From according to my research, that's what it is. And what that entails, I'll try to give a quick rundown of that. But basically, 90s, 2000s America was heavily into advertising. I mean, it still is, but the advertisements now are much different from how they were back then, I think. Because back then, the way advertising was like, hey, if you don't have this product, you're missing out. So I feel like the advertisements back then were much more in your face, while the advertisements now are kind of more laid back, kind of more trying to relate to the buyer in a sense. But this is not, the advertisements back then were not trying to relate to the buyer. Instead, they're trying to relate to what the buyer is missing out on. So it's much more in your face, I think. So that side of America is gone. That part of America is gone. It's now in the past, and this is what I'm trying to reflect here. There's advertisements like in your face, like ooh, diamonds, ooh, golden stuff. Cool stuff, cool stuff. But as you see, some of the panels here are empty. There's some with paintings, but some are empty, right? If you look at the Dead Mall series, that's what those malls look like. They got some life into them, but some stores have vacated, so they're empty plots, like these panels. That's what that's supposed to represent. While some are still operational, but you know that the mall is dying and it's not doing well. Aha. And that's also emphasized by these plants here. So for this build, I tried to put just regular plants, plants with leaves, like alive plants, not thriving plants. Thriving plants will be something like this, and I think I should remove that because I think this is a flower. But so flowers on plants signal that the plant is thriving, right? Because that's what flowers are for. They're the reproductive part of a plant. Um, when plants have their flowers, they're trying to pollinate, trying to propagate their pollen. Pollen is a reproductive part of plants. So these plants don't have flowers. These plants are just plants. Just with their leaves, their stems, their trunks, but no flowers. That's what I want to represent in this build. So the plants are just existing. They're living, but they're not thriving. Just like dead balls are. They're just existing. They're going to die soon, and they're not thriving, right? And the separation of the plants, I don't know if you noticed, but no plant is next to each other. No plant is together. They're like they're close to each other, almost like next to each other, but they're separate. And that's the vibe I wanted to. Ooh. So the idea is you're alone, and I mean these plants aren't alone. They're next to each other, but they're not next to each other. I mean, they're not physically next to each other. They're like together in a space, but they're separate. I just wanted to show you guys, represent that somewhat with these plants. Like you're separated from reality. You're separated from, if you were with someone, you're separated from them. That's the second symbolic thing behind these plants too, and I hope that gets shown or conveyed to you somewhat. Next change I did was with this pipe. I wanted to make it more unnatural looking, so it looks like it broke through the wall, broke through one of these panels here, and it's now spewing water. So that's what I wanted to incorporate there. So before it was just like a blank wall. Now I put some plants, I put some glass, I put the orange glass, but then there's a whole gaping wall there, right? And yeah, so you can like go here, you can take a look at the back. Oh, so this is how it's supposed to look like, right? The frog lights are the ones that's providing this level of brightness. And you keep going back here. Yep. It's just gonna lead somewhere to some other project similar to that tunnel here, but that'll be something in the future. Uh, this birch door is nothing. It's not supposed to be unnatural. Just a little area that shows the block palette that I used for this build. Anyway, so this hallway is supposed to lead up to this part. And I'll explain to you what this is all about here. So, as I was saying, Dan Bell's Dead Mall series. So, this part of the mall is still alive, is still existing. That is going to be another project for us. It's going to entail the dead part of this. This is the alive reflection. That's the dead reflection. So it's going to be this whole literally like 1:1, but it's a reflected. So everything is flipped, like reversed. But it's going to be dead. So like how a dead mall would be. And that's going to be a project for the future. And I hope you guys look forward to that because that's going to be an interesting build. But I won't build it anytime soon. I'll probably build that after I build the other liminal stuff here. Okay. So one thing I wanted to delve on before we try to figure out the final details, and that is the whole vaporwave thing, right? So before in the first episode, I was trying to describe like what I was envisioning for this, and it was kind of more like a synth wave description. That's something I want to build eventually, but this build was actually inspired by this image, which I will show to you now. And this image kind of gave more of a vaporwave feel, but then I was trying to approach it as a synthwave feel, but thank goodness it came out to be how it is now, vaporwave, because I love how it looks like. I truly love this build. Let's see. So if you're not familiar with vaporwave, that's what I was describing to you earlier. It's the theme. Some people agree with this, some people don't, but the theme behind it is the death of advertising America. So if you ever listen to the music, it's all like retro music, sampled by older music, and it's glitchy and stuff. So that's the feel I also wanted to incorporate to this build. The pioneer for this genre, or one of the pioneers, is Macintosh Plus, or their new alias now is Vectroid. Vectroid is their new alias. They actually go by she goes by a lot of different aliases, and Vectroid is her latest. But one of her previous aliases, when she made the album Floral Shop, was Macintosh Plus, and she still makes. I think she's actually trying to make a new album under the same alias, Macintosh Plus. So please look out for that. But that album, Floral Shop, is the inspiration for the thumbnail, which is also something I find that's pretty cool that I made here. I'll show it up on screen, and I'll show you the album art of Floral Shop. I based the thumbnail off of that, and as you can see, the bust is me. Yeah, it's kind of angled like this or something like that. Looking up, and yeah, that's similar to how the bust of Floral Shop is positioned to be. So, I had tremendous fun making this thumbnail here for this video, for this video series. So yeah, So let's see. Okay, I've linked Dan Bell's video, as I was saying before, and then I've also linked, like, if you don't understand what Vaporwave is, or if you're curious about it, I have links for that down below. I encourage you, if you're interested in the whole Vaporwave genre, to explore the different songs, different artists and their different songs. If you want to start, I recommend Macintosh Plus, uh, and especially track 2 of of her album Floral Shop. Yep, I highly recommend it. There's a lot of cool different vaporwave artists out there you can check out. But yeah, I'm not sure if people are still making vaporwave music, because that whole genre arose like 20 in the 2010s. So yeah. Anyway, I will take a look at what else I can add, what details I can put in. But I would say pretty much this build is finalized. Yeah, there's really, aside from that, I'm going to change that, but I don't think there's anything else I would like to add here. Maybe, if anything, I'll fill up the space here. But I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit, guys. Alright, guys, so I decided to go with a pale oak sapling instead, and it looks marvelous. By the way, new discovery is the C thing, since I'm running on Optifine. Apparently, the zoom feature is incorporated to Optifine, so I did not know about that, and this would have been very useful to me during this whole build. Oh yeah, I just also wanted to say, new addition to the copper pipe thing is copper rods. Yeah, just so it's like hanging out. It's unnatural, but like somewhat realistic. I tried to make it look like it's coming from nowhere too. So yep. Anyway, guys, I'm really out of ideas. I think I did everything I could with this build. Oh yeah, if my yeah, if my perspective looked a bit zoomed in, that's why. I I want to do some scenic shots for the end of this video, just to give you guys some cool cinematic shots. Um, but yeah, there's really nothing else I can think of to add. I mean, there's this hallway, but I do want and intentionally put it there to be blank. I mean, what I can do is I could probably add like a glass panel here and like put like some advert or something. Just to make it look like you're about to enter a mall. Because you know how malls sometimes they do have like glass panels like towards by the entrance, and it's an advertisement. So I could probably add something like that. But other than that, our main build here, I would say, is complete, guys. Because I don't really know what else to add. I think the way it is now is how it's going to be. And I think after this is when I'm going to record the ambiance video, and then what I plan to do first, I think, is to release episode 1 of this sub series, and then I think every 2 days I'll release the next episode, and then finally I'm going to release the ambiance video. And I plan for the ambiance video to have like some vaporwave music. I'm not sure though if I want to make it sound like it's being played in a mall, because that would be pretty cool. But that's not what I want the video to be. I just want it to be something that you can listen to in the background, but I guess it is ambiance after all. So the whole Dead Mall ambiance is what I want you guys to have a feel for here. So maybe I will play that way. Sorry guys, I'm chewing ice. Guys, another thing I wanted to show you is the inclusion of the end rods. Aha, I got it right. End rods to the build. I really think they're cool. I forgot to mention them in a few videos, but they've been around already. But they look like what do you call those? You know those lights, those rod lights. Uh, anyway, the long pipe lights that you have in the ceilings. I mean, we got them here already, but in this configuration, I love it. It really looks like really gives me mall vibes, you know, because this is one of the main lightings that they use. Yeah. Well, I guess there is still some polishing that I need to do up here to do here. Apparently, I used regular quartz stairs for some of these instead of the smooth quartz. Ugh, now I'm in a dilemma now. I really like how the quartz stairs looks like instead of the smooth quartz. I might just replace it really with the quartz stairs. Just cause I'm already using smooth quartz up here, so yeah, I'll do that change. And yeah, there's a lot to do here. Not too much really. Not too much. Aha, I did it. Look at that. It's like it's oops. It's like it's placing itself. Yeah, guys, if you're curious about this glass wall here, I was planning on putting some axolotls somewhere around here, so but I'm still trying to decide that because it kind of breaks the whole liminal ambiance thing, but I don't know. Well, I'm still thinking about it, but yeah, take a look. I like that better. Yeah, yep, yeah, I like it better. It's more pool-like. Hey guys, I forgot there was also another detail I wanted to change, and it was the lighting behind these pots, right? I decided that a very nicely dim light source would be the soul lanterns, so just gonna go with that. And let's take a look. Yeah, yep, this is the this is the vibe I wanted to replicate here. Ah, nice, nice, nice. Okay, we're working with this. Right, guys, let's do some cool action shots. Woohoo! Alright guys, that about does it for this sub-series of the Liminal Building series. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed everything here from the start of the creative process towards the end. And it's crazy to see how far we've gone. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a blast making this whole thing. It was nice to have my creative juices flowing. If you guys really like this video and you really like this project, please leave a like for this video and for the others. I think it will really help me a lot. especially since I'm a new YouTuber in the making. If you guys have any constructive criticism, please do leave it in the comments below. I do want to hear what you guys have to say. Please be gentle with me since it is my first time doing all this stuff. So yeah, guys, please look forward to the rest of the Liminal series. I do have a project in the works, and it's going to be cool. I think. I hope. So guys, thank you again so much. Please stay safe. Please keep healthy. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care and bye bye.